Hi, Jenalyn. This is Mrs. Lane. I reviewed your assignment. If you right now, if you see the screen, I'm in the instructor grade book. So when you want to go review your submissions, just simply go to your grade, and I can do the same thing. And I can you'll go in and say view grade submission, and it'll bring it up. You'll see here there's three different options that you have. It also has your submitted file here. If you go to the summary report, this brings up a new window and shows you everything that you did incorrectly. So you can see where all the points were deducted. And when I click that down arrow, it tells me exactly what was done incorrectly. So here it says that the paragraph beginning with blah, blah, blah was not set to this. And then when I select, so that told me that maybe there was a space, or maybe you missed typed a letter, or something like that. And then as I revealed each of these, it said that the paragraph beginning with this particular subject was not set to subject, and so on. And the same thing with the next item and the next item. As I was going down, what this told me was that you probably cut and paste, and you need to physically touch the keyboard and enter in the information. So that is probably why these items were marked incorrect, because you were cutting and pasting and it wasn't allowing you to do that. So that's my guess why that was marked wrong. If that wasn't the case and you did not cut and paste, then you probably do have some type of typo, some type of spacing issue within that area. The down below here, this is clearly saying that you did not set or change the style name for these two sections here. You didn't use the format painter correctly, and again, the file name was not entered in correctly. So you get to see by clicking on these down arrows what exactly was marked incorrect. Now, we could also look at another perspective of this submission. This gives you a marked up report. From the marked up report, it will show you exactly what you did incorrectly, and where the points were marked incorrectly. And as you scroll down, where we see the X, it will tell you what was done incorrectly. Okay, so what you could have gotten, and I can see that the information is here, so that's why I tend to believe that you just copy and paste it, and that's why it was marked incorrect, because you're not supposed to copy and paste, you're supposed to physically create the file. The third option is by looking at the live comments. You can get to the live comments by going into this link right here. You can also get it from your summary report, this scorecard area. That'll download your summary report. So what happens is a window is going to come up. It's going to tell us that it's downloading the file, and then we will open up the file, and that file opens up in the application to which it was created. And for this example, it's going to open up Microsoft Word. And what it's going to do is it's going to show what you submitted, and in the right hand side they'll create a margin, and then they'll give us more details as to why that item was marked incorrect. So we'll take a look at this view as well. There is your file that you submitted. So ideally you would want to go back, open up that file that you started with, make the changes, and then resubmit them. Now I see that you did submit it 3 times, so I can't tell what you did each time in terms of making changes. So that I don't know. So we'll just wait a few more seconds here, and hopefully the file will open up in Microsoft Word. Great. Okay, so here I see the file. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and it says incorrect actions which have been completed, and there's elements, and so it tells us right in there that we'll see that. So and then this is just explaining to you what this report is going to show you. So again, I'm going to scroll down. This looks like your file. I'm going to reduce my window a little bit better so we can see smaller, so we can see the areas which we're talking about here. So I look at this very first one, and it says that points were deducted I'm sorry, points were deducted in instruction 9 for the paragraph beginning Aspen Falls and Recreation Park. Okay, so the style was not set to no spacing. Okay, right away I go up to styles. If I click in this area here, I see it's at normal. It's not at no spacing. Okay, so that's what they wanted there. All right. Next one. Let's look at this one. In the paragraph beginning here, the text was not set to May 17th, 2014. I look at that. There's a period at the end of that file. They don't want that. So again, I hate to say this, but it's leading me to believe that you copy and pasted from the instructions and you just pasted it right into the into the file. Okay, so let's look at the next one. The style name was not set to no spacing. Right, again, there is a space here. Okay, you didn't do that correctly. So let's go down to your area down here. Very first paragraph. Okay, you don't have a period at the end of the sentence. Okay, so that could be why, or you cut and paste. So that's leading me to believe that one. 6 points beginning with thank you for your interest in making a donation to the Aspen Falls Lake Conservation Areas. You were asked about the projects. So it looks like it's in there correctly. So that, again, leads me to believe that you simply cut and paste from the instruction file into the new file. And looking at each of these, you know, that again, that's what this is telling me. So although it looks like it's done correctly, looks like it was cut and paste in here. The other item that it mentioned in here was the your footer area. So if I click inside my footer area, okay, this should appear as a field, and it looks like that you again copy and pasted. They wanted you to in place a field file name. Okay, so that would look like this. I'm going to hit the enter key. Won't let me do that yet. Well, okay, I'm going to. You were to use the insert, and if you go to quick parts, option for field, you want file name. It's alphabetical. I place in file name. I say OK, and it places it in there. Okay. This is the difference, and this is how I know that if I hover over this, when I click on it, that tells me that that's a field. I know that immediately because it gets that gray area. When I click in the line that you entered, I can click in anywhere and it doesn't pop up as a field. So that is why that was marked incorrectly. So I hope by me going through this little screencast with you, that will help explain what you did wrong and how you can better do your other assignments in the future. Okay?